Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Ninja and Neuro on Proxima Station, the latter edition. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Neuro from Root Gaming. Again, a link to his YouTube channel in the top right and to his Twitch in the description below. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Ninja from Storm. What is this? Storm Gaming? Oh, community team. The Storm community team of Storm Gaming. Interesting. All right, first time I've seen that tag. Makes a lot of sense. I like it very much. I like it. It's inclusive. Storm Gaming is very inclusive. All right, so this is a GM level game sent to me over Twitter. At Falcon Paladin is my Twitter handle, which makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you could have figured that out. Oh, a Forge first. Here out of Ninja, we're going fast now. Probe coming on up for Ninja. Very early probe. Neuro going for the hatch first here. This is going to be dangerous. This might be a little dangerous for him. You're going hatch first against a cannon rushing Protoss. Neuro says, good luck, have fun. Oh, look at this, Ninja. Ninja probe is like, I just checked for a base down there. I didn't put a pylon or anything. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Neuro does not know. He's not drone scouting. He's not checking these things. This might be super bad news. The Forge is done. Cannon on the way. Actually, with this, can this cannon hit this assimilator? Like what? Gateway coming up here too. Drone gets suspicious. Oh no, he was trying to go for a quick base. I think he was trying to was he trying to expand without scouting? I don't know. Look at all these drones pulled off the line here for Neuro. That's what you got to do. You need to, I don't know if it's going to work though. He might kill this one pylon, but there's a cannon coming up behind it. I don't know if there's enough DPS on these dudes. 4 are hitting this one pylon, 2 are hitting this other one. The cannon going to finish. Get out of there. Get out of there, Neuro. You're going to lose these drones. The drones are sacrificing themselves to try to take down a, I don't know if this is the right idea. Sure, oh, it doesn't even kill that pylon. Oh, 4 hit points left. One more hit would have killed that pylon. But no, the drones just come down. We're going to saturate this natural base on the low ground instead. And the cannon rush is going to shut down a lot of the mineral patches here on Neuro's main. Oh, this is bad news for the Zerg player, but pretty well executed by Ninja right here. Cannon slowly warping its way in. Again, this creep makes it hard to cannon rush Zergs, but Ninja is going to do it anyway. He's going to do it anyway. Roach Warren coming up for Neuro. Probe doesn't want to die. Got some hits on those drones here as he went through the main base just to see what was up. He saw there was a Roach Warren. He saw it's not done yet. And yeah, Neuro recognizes these 4 mineral patches are basically off limits. This one might be able to be mined from inside his main, but oh man, 3 gateway follow-up here from Ninja. Is he just going to go? He's got an assimilator, and he's got a cyber core back home, so he's not just stuck on zealots, which is actually super important. To deal with the roaches, where'd my production tab go? There it is. 1 roach on the way with a super nifty skin that Neuro has. You guys could buy those in the StarCraft 2 client. Not that I've purchased any myself, because I'm not a huge cosmetic change guy. I also don't really like buying performance upgrades in multiplayer games. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Blizzard is smart enough to not do that. Obviously, that would ruin the competitive everything of StarCraft. But, you know, cosmetic stuff, Activision's all about that. Especially in Overwatch, and especially in Heroes of the Storm. So StarCraft's on board too. So Stalker comes out. Cannon chasing these roaches away, which you need a Ravagers. Ooh, the probe gets picked off. Nicely done by Neuro. Nicely done indeed. So Stalker going to try to kill drones and pull back to the safety of this one cannon. There we go. Ravager on the way. I'm not sure how long this one cannon is going to be able to do it for Ninja here, but Stalker's showing up. I'm not sure how surprised Neuro is. Yeah, I don't think they care. Corrosive Bile thrown down, trying to kill these Stalkers and taking cannon shots. Almost dead. That Roach has 6 hit points, but managed to get away anyway. Ah, it's the buff Ravager skin too. So buff. Look how buff they are. They've been working out, man. Working out like a mad person. Stalkers versus Ravagers and Roaches. Not a great thing if you're a Stalker. Corrosive Bile's landing, trying to kill that cannon so much. Can they get it? They get it! Roach might have got traded in the process. Yep, lost a Roach. Which means some drones are going to die here. There's 3 Stalkers. 1 drone does get picked off there. It's 21 to 24 Harvesters. Neuro has a lead. Stalker's coming down. Oh, finally deciding the smart thing to come down to this natural base that Neuro has, which has no defense at all. Get out of there, drones. Try to get that surround. Oh, do they pin him against? Oh, they almost pinned him against the wall. The Ravager's coming in to assist as well. Stalkers trying. Oh, do they get? No, they can make it up. They can make it up. One of the Ravagers is killed by these Stalkers. Pretty good micro. Come on, other Stalkers. Come assist here as well. Again, Stalkers versus Roaches. Not a great battle for the Stalkers. They do extra damage versus armored. They're just a little flimsy is what they are. Ravagers, too, are just wonderful in this situation, doing 6 damage per shot. Pretty fast and pretty good range here as well. So Stalkers are pretty injured. The wounded ones are in the back from Ninja. Queens are attacking. Ravagers, Roaches are attacking here. 23 to 21 Harvesters. Neuro has that lead, but he's lost 6 drones and 5 Roaches and a Ravager. compared to 3 Stalkers that have been killed and an Adept. When the heck was there an Adept? I must have missed that. Probably when I was down here at the natural base, there was an Adept that might have got killed up here at the main. Who knows? Corrosive Vials, it's a renewable resource, everybody. You can use those to try to kill things from time to time. The Lings really need speed if you're going to do this for Neuro, and he's not working on it. So he made some slow Lings to kind of compensate and try to help complement his Ravagers and his Queens and his Roach, but I just don't know. Slow Lings are like the worst unit in the game. They're just dying very quickly. They're getting some hits off, I guess. The other cannon from Ninja does get taken down. That's a nice hold there by Neuro, getting rid of those. And this is a 1-base all-in, I'm pretty sure, out of Ninja. He's just continuing to make units. He doesn't even have Warp Gate research. He's just regular warping or making units out of these gateways. Trying to take down the Queen here at the natural base. Stalker should get her. No problemo, and she dead. So that does slow down the macro of Neuro, and it's super, super frustrating to have to replace your Queens. I'm going to say that. I actually just played a 3v3 game on the Diamond ladder. Hey, 3v3 Diamond. I don't know what that means exactly, but it was kind of fun. And I was doing so well. I had my Speedlings out. I was going up to Roach, and then all of a sudden, like, one of the players we didn't pay attention to showed up with like 8 Oracles and just murdered everything that I had. It was so bad. I tried to come back, but it's hard to come back from that. Adept here in the main base gets killed. There are Spine Crawlers taking down this pylon. So comes static defense. Stalkers murdering a lot of drones here at the natural base. There are 2 Queens. I don't know if 2 Queens is enough against these Stalkers, but the Stalkers seem to think so, as actually Roaches and Ravagers defending as well. And Ninja decides it's time to head on out. So he's expanding behind this. Is Ninja, is he just giving up these gateways for dead? You might be giving up these gateways for dead. It's a Stargate follow-up from Ninja here, which might be an Oracle. It might be an Oracle. If I was Neuro, I would not expect Oracles at this juncture of the game, but that would be perfectly good in this situation. It's 25 to 13 Harvesters. Oh no. Oh no, Neuro, not looking good. That natural base for Ninja is done. But if there's one thing Zerg can do, it's come back from a worker deficit with that Queen support. Again, the Inject Larva doesn't create as many larvae as it used to, which Zergs have been complaining about, but I haven't seen really much talk about officially from the Blizzard channels about reverting it back to 4 instead of 3. Yeah, these gateways for Ninja are toast. They're gone. Any sign of a counterattack from Neuro? He's just playing defense. He's really worried about what's coming next. He is getting Spore Crawlers. Well, Spore Crawler at his natural base, which is fine. I'd like to see another one at his main, but Phoenix production has begun out of Ninja, so, you know, that actually is a bit of a slower threat. Our Phoenix, you really want to have at least 4 or 5 of them to be really super dangerous against the Zerg. You have to wait for those to be made. And once they're out, they're a problem. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Phoenix are a problem with Zerg. They're killing this Overlord on the other side of the map that is going to supply block. It will supply block Neuro, actually. Roaches with +0/+0. No time for upgrades in this game. Killing the rocks that lead down to his gold base expansion. Oh, it could go for the gold base instead of expanding. Well, taking forever to kill these gateways and then expanding back in this safe place. He might just go for the gold. Protoss player doesn't have a whole big army to really threaten him with. Warp Gate research finally coming in at 8 minutes and 19 seconds. And is he going to expand out there? He's got 30 workers. It's about time, and he is. Okay, so he's expanding at the gold. I like this choice. Out of Neuro, 100%. Resources lost so far, 2,600 for Ninja and 2,400 for Neuro. So pretty even, both in minerals and gas there, but 14 drones killed by the Protoss player. But look at this. Neuro's back up to 34, and Ninja has 36. That's exactly what the power of Zerg is. See, now we have a cheesing Protoss player trying to play a macro-style game, which is not often their forte. Again, Phoenix are kind of flying around trying to kill stuff with the natural, but there's a Spore Crawler and 2 Queens. 3 Phoenix are not going to do anything there. A Spore Crawler here at the main base of Neuro as well. He doesn't have a Queen up here, though. Is that where these 3 Queens came from? One of them is on loan from the main, like from the library. I'd like to borrow a Queen for base defense. Does that sound okay by you? And then it was. And then it was fine, because the Overmind is controlling everybody, and everybody gets along. Accidentally scouting the 3rd base at the gold base is Ninja here. Killing on Overlord. Going to supply block Neuro. Not this time. Not this time. So single Spore Crawler, not really enough to keep Phoenix away forever. You really need a Queen there, especially this many Phoenix trying to kill Overlords and picking up the drones on gas. That's what you got to do. If you're killing drones, kill the ones on gas, because sometimes your opponent will not remember to replace them. We'll see if that happens here. Does Neuro remember to replace the drones that he lost on this Vespene Geyser? The answer is not yet. And that is really super useful to Ninja here. Drones getting picked up and just mercilessly killed here. It's 24 drone kills in the first 9 minutes, which is just massive. A single Phoenix dies. The Wounded Phoenix is at the back, but 2 queens here at the main base to supplement. That's exactly what you need. An attack of roaches and ravagers. I'm not sure if any of these are necessarily new. I feel like they've been around for a while. Coming up to shut down this third base of ninjas, because Ninja doesn't really have an army. As Neuro's figuring out, he went straight to Phoenix, and so we'll just destroy his third base. How's that sound? Okay. Yeah, that third base is going to die. I mean, there are some stalkers here. By some, I mean 5, and varying... Actually, they all have different levels of death here. So Photon Overcharge tries doing something. The pylon dies just about immediately. The Phoenix come in. Gotta lift some things and kill him. Yo, going after this Ravager. Lifting roaches. Not the most cost-efficient thing you can do, but it does take them out of the battle. And eventually you can kill him. Photon Overcharge on the high ground here as the roaches are overextending a little bit. And Ninja does manage to save his match, or his third base, rather. Just by some good micro, some good positioning, and the use of the Mothership Core, Photon Overcharge Stalkers, and these Phoenix. So brought the Phoenix away, which is exactly what Neuro needed. He is throwing down 3 Spore Crawlers at his third base. Fair enough. I mean, the static defense, I always say how players need it, so I'm not going to complain that Neuro's getting it here. This is a lot of Phoenix. This is 10 Phoenix. This is all that Ninja's doing. He's trying to win this thing with Phoenix. You can't win a game with Phoenix, man. You can't kill buildings with them. Yeah, so 2 Spore Crawlers here at the main. That's not going to happen. There is still no base at this nice, safe location for Neuro. Trying to kill some more Overlords. Slow down that macro of the Zerg player. Picking up some of these drones. Man, they don't care about these. They don't care about these Spore Crawlers at all, do they? These Phoenix are like, what up? We'll kill all of your drones. How does that sound? So Neuro did replace the ones on that one assimilator, but now he's down to 1, and the other one has 0. So he puts all of them, all 10 of them on one of the assimilators. That's bad. Then all but 3. Good. And then does he want... I don't know if he even wants to saturate that other assimilator, because he, you know, you need minerals right now. He's a little mineral starved to make as many drones as he wants to. 26 Lings on the way, though. That is going to be a problem. 26 Zerglings against Stalkers and 2 Sentries. The Sentries, if they're like godlike Sentries with godlike force fields, with the amount of energy that they have, which is not much, it's like 50, enough for 1 force field each, maybe they can live here. Maybe. Mothership Core does have enough for 3 Photon Overcharges, and there's 2 pylons here at the third base. So it's 3 base to 3 base. The fourth base now finally coming in for Neuro at this safe location. Behind everything, there is just... It's safe, is what it is. I mean, there's backdoor rocks, but I don't see those killed very often for some reason. Phoenix killing more drones here at the third base. It's still 48 to 43 Harvesters, though. Neuro has a lead, even though he's lost 39 drones. Whoa, he's been making queens. He has 14 queens. All right, that might be enough to hold off 10 Phoenix, or 9 Phoenix, I suppose. Ling's running into the third. Aha, stop this, says Neuro. He's going to go ahead and try to kill some of these drones. He's manually focusing them down, while Photon Overcharge absolutely destroys his Ling count. Oh my gosh. 3 kills on that pylon, 7 kills on that pylon, and that's going to be all she wrote for those Zerglings. 44 Lings dead so far. Switching over to Hydras is Neuro. No queens to inject in the main because they're all defending down here at the natural base, the second base of Neuro's, the third base here at the gold, and we're going to call it the 4th, back at the safe base location. I think it's been long enough I can figure that out for this game. Phoenix, again, what up? There's a Spore Crawler. We don't care. We're going to kill more of your drones. And this is kind of Wings of Liberty-ish, right? We used to see this more often, where Phoenix would just come in and try to kill as many drones as they could. And the Zerg player used to kind of panic about it, but then said, you know what? I can replace these. And if you're spending all this much money on Phoenix, your ground army is going to kind of stink. So I will replace my drones, and then we'll have an army eventually. And then whatever you have left on the ground, you have left on the ground, and I will probably win. The problem is that Ninja has kept his third base. He's lost some drones of his own. He's lost a total of 7, but he's killed 45. By drones, I mean probes. It's 47 to 43 Harvesters. Protoss player is doing just fine for himself. Does he have Storm? He's working on Storm. He started researching Storm. He's got High Templar. He's got +2 attack on the way and Zealot legs and +1 ground armor. I mean, he's doing okay transitioning into a macro style game. I guess you can't make it to GM if your macro just stinks, right? Meanwhile, these Zerglings for Neuro have been trying to knock down the backdoor rocks of Ninja's base for the last 10 minutes, probably, based on the fact that 3 of them can attack and they have no attack upgrades. So remember what I said about nobody knocking down the backdoor rocks ever? Yep, this is an example. Here's one. I'm not sure if he's going to get it, though. I mean, all it takes is Ninja to kind of glance this way with something, and he'll be fine. He's Phoenix still trying to kill more stuff at this 4th base of Neuro's. It's supposed to be safe back here. It's supposed to be pleasant. No. No, it is not pleasant. Roach is checking. Is there a 4th base? Please, there's no 4th. Actually, there's a Zergling that said, hey, guys, there's not a base here. Why Why are you here? Oh, okay. It's actually a rally point. The roaches are going to come and try to help knock down this debris. Okay, Ninja, you see this, right? He can't see that. He barely can't see that. Maybe once the gateway's done he can, but it'll be too late at that time. Lurker Den on the way from Neuro. I do love lurkers very much. Lings and roaches walking into this natural base of Ninja. There's no defense here whatsoever. Get out, probes. Run. Run, probes. Army coming. Immortals, stalkers, photon overcharge coming, I guess, to assist with this. Lings and roaches, I don't know what they're planning on doing, really. They might kill a pylon, which seems fine. We do have a roach attack at the front. Might be a bad rally. There's Archons for Ninja now. And yeah, these roaches getting force fielded in. The Immortals! Yeah, that's the sound of like 4 roaches dying in about 3 seconds because Immortals are really good against roaches. Overseers flying on in. Rather, one Overseer for Neuro coming in. Recreating the wall. Recreating the wall at his back door with pylons is Ninja. It's easier to see if those are going to be being shot down because they make noise. Like, oh, we're under attack. I mean, I don't think they say that. It's the whoever is talking to you. I guess depending on the voice pack, it could be like Artosis or Tasteless, you know. Roach is coming down for Neuro, trying to do the same thing again, but Ninja says no. You know what? How about no? How about you back into my roaches my Archons instead, and I will munch you up. That's the other thing. Archon's great too. Archon Immortal, pretty good against Roach. Perhaps Roach is not where you want to go here. Neuro, Spine Crawler on the way here too. 151 to 169 total supply. Neuro is down in that, and it's 50 to 55 harvesters. Neuro has a bit of a lead here too. So we're transitioning nicely into a fairly standard mid-game here. 17 lurkers? What? 17 lurkers morphing in for Neuro right now. All at this third base. All at this gold. And Ninja, if he attacks into this, I don't know. Is his Immortal count enough? He has 6 of them. They do have +2 attack. Is he coming in? There's lurkers, and Ninja says, no. You know what? No, I don't feel comfortable with this. Hive just now finishing for Neuro. His Spires finishing up as well. Getting Burrow, getting +2 missile attack. Gotta clear out some creep tumors. I mean, that's something you can do. Lurkers kind of positioning themselves between the third base and the natural base. Moving over to the natural base. This might be the most lurkers I've ever seen. 17? Is Ninja attacking into this? He sort of is. He's trying to bait these roaches into it. And then he storms them, but not really taking the bait. Is Neuro at this point. Average APM for both these players, 220 and 270. Neuro has the faster APM. Feedback on these queens. Mass Queen, not bad. With the transfuses, keeping themselves alive, keeping lurkers alive, and Ninja decides, what do I need here? Nidus Network from Neuro. Yes! Nidus Network coming in from the Zerg player. Overseer saying, where is a good place to put a Nidus Network? You know, it's pretty good. This corner's not bad. This corner might be visible to the enemy. Probably this is your best bet, I'd say, right here. Maybe you can just barely see it if Ninja's paying attention. I don't know that he is. He going into this. He is. Storms on top of everything. Immortals trying to crush on in. Immortals need to focus down the lurkers. I don't know that they're doing it here. The lurkers are remaining incredibly healthy. The queens are basically tanking the damage, and the Immortals are getting destroyed. Stalkers are pretty much completely gone at this point. We do have a lot of storm on these lurkers. They're getting injured fairly well. Phoenix trying to attack in at the same time, but there's enough anti-air from the queens and the spore crawlers to push that attack back. Ooh, that was a good attack for 100%. That was what? 2 dead Immortals, 4 lurkers died, but that means there are still 13. You guys, he held. That's a lot of dead queen though. Let's look at that one. 13 queens died. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nidus Network coming up at the third base of Ninja. It's pretty much in full view of the Protoss player. You just got to look at the minimap and see the green and recognize what's up, but I don't think he recognizes what's up. Not at all. Revelation thrown down. He wants to be able to see those lurkers. There's the eruption, and here come the lurkers into this base. I don't think there's anything to stop. Nope, the probes have to run. And another Nidus coming up at where Ninja wants to expand for a 4th base. Oh, Neuro is abusing this Nidus ability of the lurkers extremely well. I guess they're trying to kill this assimilator, which, okay, priority targets, I guess. Guaranteed damage is guaranteed damage. Lings popping out to shut down this 4th base of Ninja. He's not making a Nexus yet because he can't, because there's a Nidus worm in the way, but gonna lose some pylons. Another Nidus coming up. Contaminate being thrown down on the robotics facility. No more Immortals for you is how this works. I think the lurkers escaped back into the Nidus worm. I wish I could see, but yeah. Nidus worm eruption. And Ninja's ready for this one inside the main. Instant death is always kind of fun. Ling's trying to knock down this final pylon, but they're so stupid. Go around the minerals, Lings. You have to tell them to do this. Otherwise, they'll all just sit there, one attacking at a time. Another Nidus worm coming up. Neuro's keeping Ninja pinned inside his base. Archon says, get out of here, Nidus worm. This is my 4th base location. And Nidus worm says, okay, that sounds great. Nidus worm eruption. Double photon overcharge might kill this one. Yeah, not as fast. Neuro could have got some units out there, but he decided he would rather not. Another Nidus worm. Neuro has 1,200 gas in the bank. He's making Broodlords, though. He's transitioning into Broodlords with Corruptors, with that Greater Spire, and I think that's going to be all she wrote for Ninja. I don't think he has enough anti-air to handle that. He has 8 Stalkers. He has 8 Stalkers and no ability to make Tempest at all, which is pretty much what you need. Archons can be good against Broodlords, but he only has 1. So basically, Neuro's keeping Ninja pinned inside his own base while he makes a giant Broodlord army, and Ninja's been around long enough to know that's what's happening, and he just can't do much about it. Army up at this 4th base. He's double erupting. Neuro's not even really trying to do anything with these Nidus worms. He's just keeping Ninja occupied. He could have popped stuff out of this one in the main. Okay, he is throwing some lurkers down now, so that's good news. Lurkers going after that pylon. A Nidus worm, but the 4th gets murdered. Another Nidus worm coming up right in the same location. Army for Ninja's there, but he can't do anything about the lurkers inside his main base. Trying to spine through the assimilator and the pylon into the Nexus. Which is just insane. Okay, that one does die immediately. Building a Nexus on top of a dead Nidus worm is not something you'll see every day. That's an interesting image for sure. So Lurker's getting killed by Photon Overcharge. And this Observer. So Lurker's not doing as well for themselves, I think, as Neuro would want. But guess what? The army is mostly actually these 9 Broodlords. The single Archon that was on the field is dead. It's now 146 to 196 total supply. Neuro has a very nice lead. The Broodlords do have +1 air armor. The Lurkers are sitting on +2, +1. Ravagers here as well. Lurkers saying, all right, Lurkers defend. Stalkers, you try to blink onto these Broodlords, you will die. And here we come at the right side. Storms on top of everything, though. Lurkers trying to damage what is left. The Broodlords trying to deal with these units. The Immortals on top of the Lurkers. Lurker count plummeting here fairly well. Only 5 remaining, but nothing really to deal with the Broodlords. All of them are injured, but none of them are dead. The Storm's not quite enough to get through all that HP. And that's going to be it. 183 to 56 total supply. GG, says Ninja. And he's out. Neuro with the GG as well. Ninja's defeated, and Neuro is victorious. That was a good one. That was a good game. I'm going to give that an epic label. I am, because it was incredible. What are we at? 25,000, 24,000 resources lost for Ninja? Yeah, it's 25 compared to 17 for Neuro. It was mostly that last battle. 13 dead Immortals is a lot of dead Immortals. 8 dead Archons. 29 dead Stalkers. 10 dead High Templar. Again, the Storms were good. The Storms are really good. These Broodlords are bleeding. But none of them are lower than, what, 22 hit points? So, I mean, one more Storm would have finished this one off. They can't dodge very well, but they can absorb the shots as they have 225 hit points. In total, yeah, 48 drones lost by Neuro, ends up with 59, and still ends up winning the game. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.